Talent Director from the Greater St. Cloud Development Corporation, Gail Cruikshank, joins me now. Good morning, Gail.
Good morning, Jay.
All right, so today we're talking about tools to help secure your next career. That's those transferable skills that you might have, right? I mean, we're going to get into that a little bit.
We are.
Okay, so what are some of those tools? Where do you want to start?
Well, I think what I wanted to start with is, as you know, I mean, the pandemic has changed a number of things. Some jobs that were available or that you might have been working in previously, maybe they've changed, maybe they've gone away, and maybe it's time to look for a new opportunity. And we've got that perfect resource here in the Greater St. Cloud area that can help us do that.
Okay, so what are some of those resources that are available to people to try to take advantage of if they are looking to transition?
Well, we really want to direct them to our Greater St. Cloud portal called stcloudshines.com. And what that portal is also, it not only talks about all the great things in St. Cloud, but more importantly, it also has our JobSpot portal in it. And Greater St. Cloud JobSpot.com is the location where we highlight all jobs in our region. Again, so a job seeker can utilize it. Our employers don't need to post there. They automatically their jobs are pulled in there. So right now, this morning, we've got almost 7,000 jobs highlighted for a 3-county region that are available to people who might be looking or might just want to learn about what opportunities are available in the area.
So as far as trying to find those jobs that are available, how do you know what might make sense for you? What kind of suggestions might you have for people?
Well, what I really suggest to people is take some time to look at what jobs are out there and don't automatically look for the job that's very similar to what you just left or what you're leaving. Take some time to really understand what are our companies in the region and what type of jobs do they employ. Many a times we all get that quick reaction that, well, I can't work there because the majority of their business is something that I don't have skill set or interest for. Well, in reality, all of our employers have every type of job within their building. So, for example, if you don't want to be a truck driver, you still can have an accounting or a finance or a marketing job within those businesses. So I always tell every job seeker, take time to use our site to be able to just learn about companies where you can click on and find out what is that company all about, what do they do. It drives you to their website. You can really get a chance to see what really goes on there to determine if you might find yourself a fit within that organization. So many times people just jump right back into the same industry that they've worked at their whole life. Well, there might be a different opportunity out there that they just aren't aware of. So it's just a great opportunity to learn about companies and then dive in a little bit deeper about what do those jobs look like and could I use my transferable skills to try a different industry that maybe could lead to different type of hours for you, different type of pay, just different type of responsibilities that would help you grow.
So you shouldn't close yourself off to just what you have done. A lot of times when you see a description of jobs, it'll indicate, well, you have to have this experience. Is that necessary all the time, or is that just suggestions made by the employer?
I always recommend that you absolutely don't have to have every single skill that's listed on those job descriptions. You know, that employer is listing ideally, who is that ideal candidate that has everything that I want and need or would love to have? So I always tell job seekers, you know, definitely you should have some of those, but you certainly don't have to have every single one. And what I always recommend is as you are doing your resume for that job, make sure you're highlighting the skills you do have the most strongest alignment to. And then that will outweigh maybe some of those skills that you don't specifically have experience to. Spend the time highlighting the ones that you do have and how you can utilize that within their business, within that job. And then just don't mention if there's one or two that you don't feel that you're strong in. Focus on your strengths because that's going to drive you through to be that candidate of choice.
Gail, what are some of those skills that people can generally have that you should be looking to highlight that could help for almost any job?
Well, there's many of those, and in fact, there's some resources on JobSpot that actually talk about these transferable skills. And what I always remind job seekers to do is, as you read a job description, that employer is going to give you indication of what those skills are that are the most important to them. So those are the ones you want to highlight in your resume as you are applying for that particular job. But there are certain skills that are very useful in any type of job that we work in, be it leadership and management type skills, be it just general strong communication skills, be it that initiative, be it that problem solver, innovative thinker. I think every company, no matter what industry or job it is, they want those type of skills within all of their employees to help move their business to the next level.
So you mentioned some tools in regards to resume, cover letters. Do you do different resumes depending on what you might be applying for? And I know the same would apply then for cover letters as well.
Absolutely, Jay. What I recommend for any job seeker, for any job, is make sure you are honing in on that resume to reflect that particular job that you are applying to. So please do not send that same general resume to 20 different employers. And on JobSpot, there are a number of tools that can help you build that resume, build that cover letter, and prepare for that interview. We actually have a link on our site under the resume tools that actually you can download a free app, and then you can select a resume format that you think most matches your background and your interest in the job you're applying to. Same with a cover letter. Again, you want those to be very specific, and there's a couple different samples on JobSpot that you can utilize with that. And then also, once you get that resume put together and you submit it, and now you have the interview, have you done your prep work to be ready for that interview? I always recommend find a friend, a family member, a colleague, whoever it might be, and let them role play with you. You have to hear your voice. You have to hear your answers to be able to be ready to, answer those questions in a very succinct and clear and complete way that, again, you're going to feel comfortable with. And then that employer is going to say, wow, this person is exactly what we're looking for.
Gail, because we have seen an evolution of more and more working from remote type jobs that will probably still exist even beyond the pandemic, even once we move from past that. Should you even look outside the area? I mean, you could, I suppose, do that, or you could, I'm guessing employers in some cases are probably looking outside the St. Cloud area to possibly hire people. I know some people in town that have people that work in other states and work remotely all the time. So I suppose we can't really necessarily close ourselves off.
Well, you absolutely can't. And in fact, it's opened up the recruitment opportunities because you're absolutely right. Remote work is going to be here to stay. What capacity is still yet to be determined. I think, ideally our employers would like to have at minimum a hybrid type option, just so they can have some of that personal interaction with their employees. But we do have a number of employees that have now hired people that have no intention that they're going to physically be sitting in that office, and that's okay. And so we hope that it actually will attract more people to jobs in our region because we do have such a variety of job and industry here that it will really be appealing to maybe even some of those folks that don't live here currently, or maybe some of our folks that have been commuting out of the region for work now might find some new opportunity right here in our region. So again, we're always thinking about we are the best region to be employed in. And again, if you can work remotely and don't need to relocate, maybe you've got a spouse that you need to live somewhere in between or in a different location. But now you can look at opportunities in our region because of the new alignments that many companies have gone to based on the pandemic.
I see that you've been doing a lot of work from home. Do you know if that's going to continue for you, at least in part?
We are still, yes, working from home, but we are looking to get back into our office in some form. But I think we'll land, again, in that hybrid type of model. We've learned that in some cases we can be more productive at home, but also we want that visibility and we want to be very accessible and visibly accessible to our community, both our employers and our community members that we service.
Gail, is there anything that we haven't touched on in regards to this topic you wanted to bring up today?
Well, I really just want to direct people, if you haven't used our resource, to please do so. It is free. It is built for the community. So both options, stcloudshines.com is the overarching platform. You can get to JobSpot through St. Cloud Shines, or you can directly go to jobspot.com. But St. Cloud Shines is the resource to really highlight our community. So if you as an employer are looking to relocate somebody and you need some materials to highlight education and what's it like to live here and all of that, that's what you can use St. Cloud Shines for. It's a community resource. So stcloudshines.com for all of the information great about the St. Cloud community. And then JobSpot specifically to help you do that career search. If you're thinking about a different job, if you are in a job search mode, JobSpot is the resource that highlights all those jobs. And then as you find a job that you're interested in, you simply click the apply button and it will direct you directly to that company's website. So we are just the pass-through to help connect job seekers to employers in our community. So very easy to use, lots of great tools for both job seekers and employers. So we just welcome you to use the resource that was built for the community in stcloudshines.com.
Excellent. Gail, thank you as always, and we'll talk to you again next month.
All right, take care. Have a great day.
You too. That's Gail Cruikshank, Talent Director, Greater St. Cloud Development Corporation, stcloudshines.com. Great place to find out more information. We'll also post this online at WJON.com. Chance for you to go and check it out.